There you go.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. I have to have these on so I can take them off. Alright.
Okay.
So hello, I'm Dave, aka Eat the Surf. This is Delta 39X, or
Yeah.
I guess you can say that.
Yeah, Dawson. Dawson's fine.
Dawson, aka Delta 39X. And this is Monster Talk.
So it seems.
So it would seem. So we have levels there. Yeah, the music's in the background. Alright. So we're gonna talk about so we've been waiting to drink and all that till it's like, okay, we gotta start. Then we can actually drink. So Griffins. So, and actually let's do this here. We need to build up our because we still have that what's that thing called? Minotaur. Minotaurs still in there. We're not doing Minotaurs, we're doing Griffins. So
Are they still in the slideshow or something?
no, Griffins are on the slideshow, but I have to fix the table here. But I'm busy pouring my Dr. Pepper. I don't want to spill my Dr. Pepper. I guess I could have done this beforehand, but it's like kind of a tradition you start of the episode. Alright. So Griffin. There's one in there.
You want me to find it?
If you want. It started out, I guess, because when I was pulling up pictures for the Griffin, for the slideshow. Hey, Rock!
Hey, Rock.
It says Red Deb. Alright, thank you. Let's fix that.
Well, we got the hats at least.
We have the hats for Red Dead, but we're not doing Red Dead. So, this silly thing. Let's go here.
Start doing that all of a sudden?
It just does sometimes. Sometimes it takes a few times to burp it. So, at least it says it's Monster Talk. Let's do Dungeons. Thank you for catching it so quick for us too.
Yeah.
Because that really helps. When you finish the whole show and you find out it said the whole time you were in the wrong thing, it's a drag. But
That's sick.
So yeah. So and here, Dawson hadn't seen this. Since you followed me a long time ago, Rock, but didn't have a sound happen. Let me check my sound and see if it works here. Eat to serve. There you go. That's the follow sound that I owed you for back then. All right. So anyway, we're doing Griffins today. Thank you, Rock, for catching that our stream's messed up. Feel free to let us know. We will not be insulted. We will be stoked that you let us know. Dawson here, Delta 39X, hold up what you got, because it's over there into the camera there. We've got the original white box. That's my original Monster and Treasure Bunch. Yes, I punched holes in it and I cut it out.
You punch holes through paragraphs.
I know. I was like 12 and I needed to bring it to school and I...
How am I supposed to know what that is?
Well, here, I'll tell you. He's wondering... Oh, we gotta... while you're doing that, I need to fix this. Yeah, there's a hole in there. Let's figure out. Was it giants? Ogres, and it starts with a G. Trolls and giants. That would be my guess. I'd guess trolls and giants, but here. Did you find griffins?
No.
Find griffins for me.
Hard to find. It's not
I know, but let's put a griffin here in front. There we go. We'll get you a griffin. That's a one without wings yet. So we'll put wings on him in a second. I will dig here, but I'll pull him out of this. Here you go. We'll pull him out of this one.
Here's the reference table on griffins. Number appearing 2 to 16.
Alright.
AC of 3. They move 12/30 inches, so I'd assume they fly 30.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna turn you up.
7 hit dice. 10% that they're in layer. And they have treasure type E.
Okay.
If that means anything.
It does, but let's see. There'll be a description later on in that book. Here is a griffin. That looks just like that. Here's the first edition monster manual. And was it uncommon in that one? Is that what it said? Is it still uncommon in...
I don't know. wasn't saying that. Not sure.
It didn't say that on there. Number appearing 2 to 12. So that's 2d6. Back then.
I got the text for it now.
Sure. Let's hear the first text.
These creatures are the most prized of steeds, for they are swift, loyal, and fierce. However, they are fond of horse flesh above all other foods. So the two creatures cannot be mixed or even brought within a 36 inches of each other. In their wild state, griffins will attack anyone nearby with a little provocation, particularly if their lair is nearby.
I can't remember if first edition an inch was 6 feet, 5 feet, or 10 feet. I knew that it was different indoors and outdoors. But anyway, so they eat the horses was the point of that, right?
Yes.
Did you not have an opener for that?
No, I did. I just put the bottle back up, the lid back on.
So we'll go into first edition monster manual. We're going to find the Griffon. In here, buddy, is some castle terrain. And here you can build these guys, too. These are from Mage Knight or whatever, some type of Mage Knight thing. And so let's set them up. 2 to 6, 2 to 12. Armor class 3, that is now 16. They still move 30 inches, 12 on the ground, right? Did yours just say 30 and 30?
12 and 30. To keep it cold.
That's going to keep it cold? Put the lid on it to keep it cold? How about ice or a cooler?
Why would I do that?
Okay, never mind. That's my boy.
Just keep it from
still have 7 hit. Still have 7 hit dice. No, it won't keep you from knocking it over.
No, but it'll keep
it might keep some of the contents inside it if it doesn't break.
Me so?
No, yes, I do. It's part of my job. But I just saw myself in there. Oh my goodness. Maybe after this COVID thing, I'll see it. Someone to trim me up. Treasure type C and S. What did they have before? E. So they've changed the treasure type. 3 attacks. I'd imagine that's claw, bite. 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 2 to 16. That's 2d8. That's pretty big. But it is a 7 hit die monster. That would translate to like 8th level. Oh, that's cool. Here, let's switch. Here, put that one in there. There you go. Nice. I got 3 more for you to build.
I thought you wanted to build some.
Well, maybe I'll build 2. But anyway, in here is some castles.
Okay.
Let's get special attacks nil, magic resistance standard, semi-intelligent, neutral, large, not psionic. All right. So here we go.
All right, give them the meat and bones.
We're getting to the meat. Griffins seek cliffs and rocky habitats in which to build their nests. If conditions permit, they will lair in a cave. They are aggressive carnivores, and their favorite prey are horses. If they come within sighting or smelling distance, which apparently is... Oh, look at this. So it's fun when you see different people describe them. This is obviously a different guy describing this than, normally. They just say 36 inches, right?
Yeah.
And they have these set things. Every now and then you get somebody that's describing this stuff, and they're not in absolutes. So it's like 36 inches as a general rule. So, again, that's either 360 feet or 180 feet, which is... They should be able to see it a lot farther than that, but...
Yeah.
But we're talking tabletops, right? And how many tabletops do you play on that are... over 3 feet, I guess 3 to 4 feet, right? So, what's 36 inches? 3 feet? So that would be this whole table. So if you played on a bigger table, it would be, if they're that far away and it's a horse, he'd go get it. Which is just fine, right?
Yeah.
So if it's within that distance of horse flesh, the griffins will wing to the hunt. Well, that's cool, and make them launch up. They are much sought after in their fledgling state, for they can be tamed for use as fierce, loyal steeds.
Hey, time rolling.
Hey, Time, how you doing? Fierce, loyal steeds, if obtained before maturity. If encountered in their lair, there's a 75% chance. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Got you. You ready for your math?
Sure.
75% chance that there will be one or two eggs for every one or two eggs or young for every 2 griffins. The young are non-combative, but the adults will attack until killed, which means their morale is really good. Fledglings sell for 5,000 gold pieces, eggs for 2,000 on the open market.
Yeah, hide your horses.
Yes, hide your horses. Here comes the griffins. Well, as long as you're 36 inches, so 180 feet, depending, or...
That's right.
Actually, you know what? If you do it as, I think it was yards in first edition outside.
Yeah.
So that's 380 yards. That's 3 8/10 football fields without end zones. Yeah, you're in trouble.
It's okay. If we're in Red Dead, you can right click and then F, and then your horse will leave.
Well, what's good about... So, I think that's why we never had horses a lot. It's like, because your very first few times, like, oh, and I'll get a pack mule, and I'll get this, and I'll get that, and then it's like...
The griffin eats your horse.
Yeah, like, okay. And you do it again. Oh, now I got a horse, and then it's like, it gets eaten. It's like, you know what? I'm just walking.
No. You just need an anti-aircraft system on the back of your horse. Get yourself an automatic crossbow or something.
Yeah, so you mean carry the, get your magic user on the back of the horse. It's not a bad idea.
You're telling me you don't have a rocket-guided anti-air system on the back of your horse?
I do not have that in D&D on the back of my horse, but I think I could if you have a good enough wizard on the back there. But that's first edition. That's it. That's it for the griffin right there. No marchers tied to it, tied to its bum. Yes, that would work. It's like you have to come up with something, because gnome, you have to come up with a pun. A pun that makes the gnome an anti-aircraft gun. Okay, so I was talking about too. There's other places that have this. Did you see this, bud? The Griffin is in... when I first started doing Monster Talks, I brought this out because I was starting on the...
You wanted me to get this out?
Yeah, pull out a castle. I was doing Griffins. I was doing Ettins, and there's one in here, and it's like, cool. And this is a game... I can't say anything right now.
Only your finest of castles.
Yeah. But this is actually Wizard of the Coast product. Todd James is a famous graffiti artist, and it's a coloring book, but it's got these really... put it here. Here, you know what? I've got scenes. Hang on, look at this. Let's see. I got a better scene here. So we've got... he's got these cool drawing things with little words on them that are fun, right? And somewhere in here is a griffin. There's the owl bear. Oh, cool. Beatles coloring book. I think this has a much different flavor.
Get to color the Lucy's eyes.
With diamonds?
Yeah.
Lucy in the sky. So, I thought there was a thing right up front here that is a good Griffin intro. Beware the pudding. There's your blink dogs. Immortal knights. Shifty beasts. Of course, this will probably be another time when I've said all this stuff about this and it's not in here.
Why don't you have this one out?
Because I just hadn't got it out yet. Stick it up there. We'll put it up there. Here. So, that is a big-ass griffin. Here. Let's move him. So we've been lacking on our... There you go. Is that him? There he is. We've been kind of lacking on our... There he is. Look, here, come close. We've been... Sarsaparilla.
No. Got me some orange Fanta imported.
Imported. We live close enough to Mexico where you can have a choice between soda from Mexico or from the States. And in Mexico they use what, buddy?
Cane sugar.
Real cane sugar. You know what? I think I don't have a Griffon in here. I thought there was a Griffon in here. I was just waxed poetic about this thing having Griffons. And now I'm not finding a Griffon.
There's a Griffon in there.
You sure?
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I didn't find it.
Oh, thought there was.
Here, you find it. It had to be. What's that?
That would be
Read it out loud so I can know.
interesting to try Mountain Dew like that. Rock has some Mountain Dew, like cane sugar Mountain Dew.
Oh, cool. Do the do. I thought it was like the very first page had a frickin' Griffon, but frickin' Griffon. That has a Manicore. Maybe it's a Manicore. Here, you look.
Okay.
Because that's been long enough. I'll go get into the second edition and we'll find us a thing here.
There you go.
So
Finish the bottle.
it's all blinded by the light. Let's see. Why is that? Oh, that's what we need. It needs a shadow. Or not a shadow. What is that called? A shade. So I just took the wings right off this thing. There we go. So apparently the scale's not that important to the Mage Knight people. But there you go. Let's put a background for it, right? Put him up on top.
You have a fingerstyle song you made in that?
Of what?
In the jukebox.
I didn't make the style. So
No, I didn't know you made any. I know you didn't make the style. I didn't know you made any of the songs fingerstyle.
I don't remember. I just kind of was clicking. So let's get to here. Second edition. For second edition Griffon, here he is. This picture will come up too in their little slideshow. I remember putting that one in there at some point. So far they haven't described it. They just said that they liked horse flesh, but right? They didn't explain.
They will attack
they didn't
anyone
talk
on site.
But they didn't say it looks like an eagle with, you know, or and mixed with what, or you know, they didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
There was no description. There was a picture.
Why would you describe a Griffon there, Griffon?
Well, this book will tell us how to describe it. First, let's see. Temperate or subtropical hills or mountains. They're uncommon. We've always had rare. What's uncommon?
Like 12%.
What book did you find that in? Here it is. Uncommon, 20%.
Okay.
That's at the front of the DMG, or the DMG.
Like
The monster manual here. I still don't know why they have 4% chance, which means you can't roll it on a D.
3 uncommons per pack. Not as uncommon as you'd think.
Well, common is a 65% chance. Their organization is a pride. Day activity cycle, carnivore, semi-intelligent 2 to 4. Treasure CNS hasn't changed, still neutral. Same appearing, same armor class, which was 3, which equates again to 16 or 17, depending on how you're doing your stuff. Still 3 attacks, same damage, 1-4, 1 to 4, 2 to 16. That's claw, bite. Steady morale, 11 to 12. And they've given them an experience point value of 650. So, now they describe it right off the bat.
Okay.
Half lion, half eagle. Griffons are ferocious avian carnivores that prey upon horses and their kin, hippogriffs, pegasi, and unicorns. This hunger for horse flesh often brings griffons into direct conflict with humans and demi-humans. Well, yeah, just think if you have if we got the keep in the Borderlands, right? And some griffons come by and decide to eat all the horses. That'd be a good reason I don't have horses on the board. because the Griffins just ate them. That's why you gotta have monsters like this. Oh, well, that's cool. It's always good to have a found thing you lost. Adult griffins stand 5 feet at the shoulder and weigh over half a ton. Their head, upper torso, and forelegs are like those of a giant eagle. This eagle half is covered with golden feathers from its wingtips to its razor-sharp beak. Their powerful forelimbs end in long hooked talons. Wings with a span of 25 feet or more rise out of their backs. The lower half of the griffin is that of a lion. Dusky yellow fur covers the lion half's muscular rear legs and clawed feet. The lion's tail hangs down from the griffin's powerful rear haunches. Griffins speak no languages, but emit an eagle-like screech when angered or excited, usually by the smell of... What would excite them?
Horses.
Horse! The smell of horse. That's why they shriek. Horse! Screech! But, oh, here. I didn't do this for... when Time Roller followed me a long time back, and I didn't have sounds, so I'll do this again, because this is fun. That's just... That should say Time
Rock
Roller.
they had a big red dragon appear as it came out of a dungeon.
Oh, really? As you came out of one? Which is actually cool. We were talking about that on Troll Lord games, about just things to spice things up. You can have monsters that they can't fight, or they couldn't kill. Just show up and look at them and leave. His wings are falling off, dude.
No, I can't fix that.
Okay. So this guy looks cool. Hang on. I want to see him again. This is from the Mage Knight Castle set, right? So how well did they do with that? They've got... It's eagle. He's not golden, but brown. That's right. And they've got his lion half there. You can't hide his lion eyes. Bah! That was a joke. Just not a good one.
Yeah. Hide your lion eyes.
Alright. Alright. So... Combat! Here, I need another one of these, Duff. Griffins hunt in groups of 12 or less. Why do you think they hunt in groups of 12 or less?
Because 13's right out.
Well, because number appearing are 2 to 12.
Yes, I know.
So,
I know.
So they can hunt.
Because 13 would just be right out.
They should say they hunt in groups of between 2 and 12.
They hunt in groups of number appearing.
Exactly. Searching the plains and forests within 20 miles of their lair for...
Horses.
Horses! Why does a griffin exist at all in the game?
Horses.
To eat your horses.
To eat them.
Like Time Roller
To eat
said,
your mounts.
hide your horses. To eat your horse-like mount. There you go. Do a flyover shot of that.
They actually don't fit in the tower.
That's right, it looks cool. That terrain, actually, I don't know if you can still get it cheap, but I got really cheap, because it's Mage Knight stuff. The scale's pretty good. It's a little big, but it works. For horses. So they hunt for horses and herd animals. With their superior vision and sense of smell, griffins can spot prey up to 2 miles distant. Well, that's better than the 36 inches that they used to get.
Yep.
Now they get 2 miles.
Well, if you only see like 2 miles.
And they can smell it from 2 miles, so that's pretty good. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this song. It's like slow disco thing. Let's see, how can I read this to slow disco? If the prey... You're talking like slow, deep voice. Disco voice, right? If the prey is horse or horse kin, griffins are 90% likely to attack, even if the horses have riders. Griffins hunt only for food, so a rider who releases 1 or 2 horses can usually escape unharmed, though in all likelihood his horse won't. So anyway, any attempt to protect a horse brings the full fury of the attacking griffins on the protector. That's me reading the disco.
Okay.
You're not thrilled with that?
Not particularly.
You didn't get to live disco.
Shut up.
No, it's a good thing. When attacking ground targets, griffins use their great size and weight to swoop down from above and taking their opponent with the talons before landing nearby. Griffins always fight to the death if there is horse flesh at stake. See if we can mention horse a few more times. If at the end of however long Monster Talk takes today, the only thing you take away from griffins is that they like horses, we've done our job. So sit back.
Tell you a tale, my friend.
A tale of a fateful trip. In aerial combat, griffins are equally fierce, lunging into battle and tearing at their opponent until they or their prey are dead. Many a griffin has plummeted to its death with a struggling hippogriff caught firmly in its grasp. Well, that seems pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Why would it want to die? I mean, it would sound more scary to say many a griffin has flown off with a hippogriff that was in it. Oh, I guess they're just trying to say that they'll fight to the death if horse flesh is involved. Okay.
Well, there you go.
You're going to do ecology, right? So you're not going to do... Oh, you know
well,
what?
if you're fighting a nation that has a whole...
A nation of griffins?
No, if you're fighting like a nationality that their only mounts they use are griffins, it'd be really pretty easy
to distract them, go at a whole herd of horses?
Yes. Or hear me out, liquidate the horses and splash all of their people. Then you don't have to do anything.
That's what I mean, they'll all chase off at the horses.
No.
And knock their guys off. I don't know what you mean by liquidate. Throw them in the water? Kill the horses?
No, liquidate the horses.
Liquidate the horses.
And throw the horse...
I explain what you mean by liquidate the horses. Sell them? You keep staring at me like I don't know what you mean. It's not coming through your eyeballs. Liquidate them, father.
Okay, grind up the horses and just...
Okay.
And then just throw the horse gunk on the opposing...
The horse gunk.
On the opposing people.
Oh, and let them eat the griffins?
Let the griffins eat their own people.
Oh, God. So you're saying blend your horses up and spray them upon your foe.
Yes.
So that the griffins upon which they ride
yes.
will turn on them and eat them.
Yes.
I'm glad you're not in my game.
Why?
My God, what am I going to do as a DM of that? I've got it. We will blend them. Rock won the battle. Nice. Here.
What's wrong with that?
It's creepy. It's cool. It's a good idea. Only if you thought you were gonna totally. Well, you probably wouldn't need to use all your horses, because one horse blended would go a long way.
Yes. You got the trebuchets.
But at what point does it become not horse flesh? And it just becomes horse gunk, and they won't follow you anymore. I would make you roll. It wouldn't work as well, because all of a sudden you just smell like blood.
When there's no longer any concentrate.
Well, I would have it be 80%, so there's chances.
Okay, fine, a slurry.
Griffins, moving on. Nevertheless, that's the thing I've learned in my DMing. We'll discuss it. I'll hear you out, and then we'll go. Nevertheless, griffins prefer rocky habitats near open plains. Once griffins establish their territory, they remain until the food supply has been exhausted. What do you think their food supply is?
Horses.
That doesn't say that, but I think that's right.
And horse kin.
And any horse skin. Or people covered in horse gunk. What if you could just create an apothecary and you just create horse scent and you spray them with just horse scent? Well, yeah, but if it gets them in a frenzy,
okay.
And so you sneak in, you send your spy in with a bottled horse scent into their stables, and then sprinkle the trail into the thing. And
that's probably a better idea than mine.
Well, you wouldn't learn that idea until you tried the gunk method and found out, and people started learning. A bard told the story of it, and then, well, maybe in 3rd edition it's in there. We'll see. Griffins, like lions, live in prides, with each pride comprising several mated pairs, their young, and one dominant male. The dominant male is responsible for settling territorial disputes with other prides and choosing the direction the hunt will take. Each pair of mated griffins in the pride has its own nest, located near the pride's other lairs. Griffins' nests are usually situated in shallow caves high along a cliff face. The nests are made of sticks and leaves, as well as occasional bone. Just an occasional.
What kind of bone they are? Probably horse.
Griffins collect no treasure, except occasional bones. But their caves frequently contain the remains of unfortunate travelers who tried to, what? Protect their horses from the griffins. So in other words, you release these on your players because they have horses.
Yes.
And if they don't stop them from eating the horses, they're fine. They'll just leave with your horse.
Yeah.
So it's like you spend all this time.
And the gold. Each horse like 10,000 gold.
Yeah. Oh, and your bags on the horse. That'd be fun. During spring, female griffins lay 1 or 2 eggs that hatch in the late summer. For the first 3 months, griffins' young are known as hatchlings. Thereafter, until they mature, the young are called fledglings. Griffin young grow rapidly for 3 years until they are large enough to hunt with the pride. Adult griffins are extremely protective of their young and attack without mercy any creature that approaches within 100 feet of the nest. I can see a Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. You haven't seen that. Anybody else has to Google that. But it's like, well, I watch the horse. No, I guess I wouldn't watch the horses. Well, I sit back 100 yards. I watch as, what was his helper? As Michael tries to get close to the nest to get pictures of the fledglings. Oh my God!
Okay.
And then they would take that, like, oh shit, something happened to him, right? And they go,
Brock says Jim.
Yes, Jim, yes. As Jim goes closer to the nest.
Oh my God.
I watch our bags safely from the distance. Mutual of Omaha offers protection of insurance, or what, I don't know. They always turn Jim's mishap into, he should have had insurance.
For what? For the was
Mutual of Omaha.
They were sponsored by them.
Yep, Mutual of Omaha was the insurance company.
I wonder how Jim felt about that.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Yeah. Is that what the hell are they talking about? Yeah. Poor Jim. During spring, we did that. Fledglings, 100 feet. Oh, ecology! Where to you?
Alright. Is dead a command?
Dead is not a command. But here, I think we have these sounds. I have other commands, but I don't think I have a command sound. Unless I have command. I don't think I have one. No. See, I don't have... Oh. Nope. But you can say... What's a dead one? I think I have this one. This is kind of like dead. Oh, wait. What's the old man one dying? Here it is. work?
There's no question mark.
Oh, I didn't redeem it. Should work. Oh, you got an A in redeem. You have to put 2 E's. And if that doesn't work, I'll fix it.
Do you not spell it with an A?
No, you do not spell it with an A.
Oh.
So, exclamation point, redeem with 2 E's. I guess it'd be 3 E's total.
This contest is brought to you by Doc Patton Miracle Hair Elixir.
There you go. And it doesn't work. Oh, I guess if it's sponsored by, I should say. It does a great job. Go ahead, let's hear the ecology while I build up a... While Jim reads up by the Griffon's nest, I build a model Griffon.
If trained from a very early age, 3 years or less, Griffins will serve as mounts.
So if they're under 3 years old,
They can be trained.
They
Even
can
if
be
it's
trained.
only by a day.
well, that's D&D, man. You got to get there within a day.
I'm just joking.
No, they're 3 years. There's 3 years old for a year, though.
No, you're only 3 years old for like a second.
Yeah, but not in game terms. You're 3 years old until you're 4.
Yeah. The training, however, is both time-consuming and expensive, requiring the expertise of an animal trainer for 2 years. Once trained,
Well, this would be small since it's smaller. Would these be fledglings?
once trained, though, Griffins make fierce and loyal steeds, bonding with one master for life and protecting him even unto death. A Griffin mount knows no fear in battle, but attacks any horse or horsekin in preference to other opponents.
What about people sprayed with horse gunk? Thanks to our new... Would that be a bard that figured that out? Is that what you'd be when you did your horse gunk maneuver?
No, that'd be a necromancer.
A necromancer. That seems like a nasty thing.
Yes, that's why I chose necromancer.
It's kind of like racist against necromancers. Necromancers are people too.
Yes. But when you see people playing necromancers, how many do you see that come around resurrecting people's grandma from the grave and helping the civilians instead of ha ha ha, I have a big army now?
Well, how many necromancers have you actually seen?
Not that many.
So there you go. You're judging. Keep telling us the ecology. You're doing great.
Acquiring a Griffin fledgling is a very dangerous venture, as the adults never stray far from the nest and fight to the death to defend eggs or young. Any given Griffin nest is 75% likely to contain 1 or 2 fledglings or eggs. Fledglings sell for 5,000 gold.
The price hasn't gone up
Eggs
between
for
first
2,000.
edition?
Nope.
How many years went from between first edition and second edition, and it's the same price?
I don't know. That'd be the question.
So that's a lousy investment. Well, I guess, unless of course you train it for the 3 years.
No. The idea is you
Yeah, maybe train it. How much? It doesn't say how much a trained steed goes for.
You're not allowed to trade just to get rid of the trade steeds.
Why not?
The Griffins won't let you. Do you remember?
They'll eat.
Once trained, Griffins make fierce and loyal steeds, bonding with one master for life.
Oh, so they're like the guys in Avatar. Those dragony things.
The birds? Yeah.
That's kind of
I
cool.
guess you're right.
Well, so we're doing second edition. Hang on. We'll do a Castles and Crusade too. There's Castles and Crusades. If you haven't seen Castles and Crusades, it came out in the early 2000s, I think. And it's a... Hang on, here you go. It's another... It's like... It's kind of a mash between first edition D&D and second edition D&D, but then streamlined. So for 15 years, it didn't cost you, and you wouldn't make any more money. Just think you're sitting there as as your typical struggling Griffin egg hunter, and you'd go up to the king and say, "This is outrageous. We have not seen, our market has not seen an increase in prices In 15 years!
Then he kicks him out because
says-
he's getting 5,000 a Griffin hatchling.
And then he says,
Just raise them to hatchlings and then sell them.
he says, fine. He goes, well, at least give me a horse. Yeah.
Here's my steed.
The horse is worthless. I'll give you my steed. I'm a griffin hunter. I guess I could use that. Could bring him in. Okay, we're doing... So this is Castles in Crusade.
And then he says 12 between AD&D and D&D. Second.
Okay. So we found the griffin in the first one, and it said horses. It didn't have prices in the first. This was...
It did not have prices.
It did not have prices in the first one there.
And then AD&D, they had the prices. Right?
Which, yeah, you know what? You know what I have? I have the D&D Cyclopedia, which has D&D, not AD&D. That's because your brain will explode. Did you know at the same time that AD&D was around, they had D&D? The D&D and AD&D were two different games.
Right. You got the weird
No.
books.
No. Then came the Monster Manual, or the AD&D books, right? The DMG and all that. And at the same time, they were releasing other stuff for just D&D.
Huh?
I played AD&D. His brain is popped.
Then why do you have the D&D books?
Well,
If you have AD&D, if you played AD&D.
These are this is advanced.
Yes, this is AD&D.
Advanced. Yes.
This is D&D.
Yes, that's first. That's before AD&D.
Yeah, this is the D&D you're talking about.
Sort of.
When you're not saying AD&D.
At this point there was only D&D.
Yes.
Gotta stay with me.
But this is the AD&D you're talking about.
Yes, but
Okay.
this was the same. Oh, we have an entrance. Yes,
Please move those rocks tonight.
the rocks will
Before
be
I
moved
sprain my
tonight.
ankle.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't walk on the rocks.
Well, that would be another solution. We will not go with the don't walk on the rock solution. That would have had my head explode. Okay, here is Castles and Crusades artwork. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Let's see what they say. Yes, D&D is a different game. Although now 5th edition kind of more simplified back to what, well, they got rid of and they merged, or it just became D&D again later. Like here in 4th edition. yes, I shouldn't mention that. And now it's back to just D&D. Griffins are large carnivorous avian creatures. They have the hindquarters of lions and the heads and forequarters of eagles. Griffins are fierce predators whose hunting ranges extend far beyond their mountain aeries. I think
Aviaries?
it doesn't say aviaries, it's aeries. So Aeries. It's probably, means same thing as aviaries, but probably different a little bit. They prefer what? What do they prefer?
Horse flesh?
Horse flesh. It says that right there. They prefer horse flesh above all other meats and are constantly on the hunt for it. For this reason, they are the scourge of many settlements, caravans, and adventuring parties. They build nests of wood, much like an eagle's, in mountain crags, ledges, and other hard-to-reach areas. Griffins hunt and travel in flocks of up to 12. Griffins are intelligent creatures. If reared from hatchlings, they are easy to train and very loyal to their master. For this reason, griffins make excellent steeds and are coveted as such by many cultures. They're aerial hunters. They take to the sky, soaring far above their hunting ranges, both mountains, hills, and plains that border the mountain homes, looking for food. When they have spied a likely target, they swoop down in flocks, attacking the creature, trying to separate it from any herd or group that is traveling with. They do this.
Or the rider.
They do this by hounding it from above, swooping in, clawing it, and swooping up. One griffin after another attacks in this manner, kind of like bombers.
Oh my, I just had a thought.
Trying to drive it away. What's your thought?
Centaurs must really hate these guys.
Yeah, they probably smell like horse flesh. Are they horse kin? I guess they are.
I would assume so.
Which is a good way to... That'd be cool. Yep. Because people now play them, right?
Probably.
We got this damn centaur in our group, and we gotta fight griffins every 20 minutes. Only when the victim has been hounded from some distance, for some distance, do the griffins fall upon it and eat. They do not land to fight unless forced to. Well, that's cool. So that is different. Just a little bit.
Is 3rd and 5th even here? The books.
It should be. Are they not in there? You're right. Where's my 3rd edition? I'll get that in a sec. Is it down under here? Here they are.
Oh, 5th is
Well, that's Player's Handbook. You see it? Is that a monster manual? That is.
Yeah, but 5th isn't here. Did you have 5th out for something?
Oh, it's probably over because I was gaming with it. So there's 3rd here. Before you find it in there. So here's another thing, Griffins. Is this? I found this Dragons and Fantasy drawing book, and it has some cool Griffin stuff in it. I think. Of course, I said that in the other book, and it didn't have one, right?
I think that is good.
It has Griffins in it. Damn it! It better have Griffins. Griffin. They spell it Gryphon. Is that how you're supposed to spell it? I spelled it how it was in the handbook. There you go, Griffin. So right here are the how to draw a griffin. Hang on. There's my ceiling. Hang on. As I click to the close-up area. So they mark it out. There they are, sketching him.
Griffin. Griffins are powerful, majestic creatures with characteristics of both lions and eagles. They prey on all manner of beasts, but favor the flesh of
Horses. But wait, this is the
above
first
all
time.
else.
But this is the first time they mentioned anything else besides horses, though.
They prey on all manner of beasts, but favor the flesh of horses above all else. The body of a griffin resembles that of a muscular lion. Its head and front legs are those of an eagle.
Get you sick there.
From nose to tail, an adult griffin can measure as much as 8 feet. Neither males nor females are endowed with a mane. Questionable wording there. If you're reading it.
What? They're not endowed? You just like the word endowed?
No, it switches lines right after that.
Oh, it just says what? Neither one are well endowed?
Look at this.
Okay, read it again to me. I'll show it to you. Show it in a sec.
Neither males nor females are endowed with a mane. Endowed with a mane. It switches lines right there.
That's funny. What's funny is I think it's 2nd edition, is full of
Commas?
hyphens. They just keep hyphenating all their stuff because of.
A pair of broad golden wings emerge from the
Pair of
creature's...
broads. What?
A pair of broad golden wings emerge from the creature's back and span 25 feet or more.
Here, I got that too. That's another view I have. That's cool. 25-foot thing. Peter Griffin, who played D&D.
I didn't watch that show.
Very confusing.
Did you watch it?
I've watched everything. I don't know which.
The one with Peter Griffin.
I don't remember.
It's one of the animated ones.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. You had me. Oh, I gotta go find the 5th edition book while you're there. Keep reading.
No.
Keep reading. I'll find it.
I'm gonna just have to reread this when you get back.
Why is it done?
No.
I'm right here. I can hear
Oh, I thought you read inside.
it. Does it look like I read inside? I'm right here. I'm gonna have to go inside.
On the timer, I just said, from that description, I picture a regular eagle with a huge lion butt. And that is what the picture for 3rd edition is.
It's just the eagle with a big lion butt.
Yes.
You can't hide your lion butt.
Look at it. It is.
It is. Oh my God! Just show it to
Here,
time
I
roller.
don't have it.
Here, put that on the table.
Okay.
There you go. Here, switch. Can you scroll? Oh, I got it.
No.
Close up. There. That one. You can't hide your lion butt. Right? There he is, right? That's
Yeah.
an eagle. There you go. Eagle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Front legs are eagle.
Lion butt. With a fox tail. What the hell tail is that?
Don't know. Horsetail.
What's
I just.
That's not right.
I just gave that hill to my horse in Red Dead Online.
That's not right. And how many places is that guy's wing bend?
Yes. Are you okay?
No! It's not alright! There, that proves that I'm spelling it right. Even though it's spelled differently in other places. But, okay. Defies reality. Well, I guess it does, right? In the game, who would want reality to actually steer our game, right? Was it in the back of
I would say the group of players
I
that
know.
are always trying to.
the back of the third edition, or the third book, which is the DMG of the official things, page 75. It says, while we've attempted something, blah blah blah, to give rules for everything, it's in the end it's a fantastic world or whatever, and make it however the hell you want. Basically, is what Gygax says. But what does this one look like? This one doesn't even look like it has any lion in him. We should glue that on there.
No, that one's horse.
Put that on.
No,
there.
it's not lion.
It's a lion.
It's the lion butt one.
It is the lion, but it's still, that one's more normal. Here's the Mage Knight one, right? He's kind of got a lion butt, but he doesn't have some fluffy ass tail. I'm getting angry.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. How much did you read? Where were you at?
No, start next page.
Is there any more?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Oh, that's right, because this one is like,
disorganized.
yeah. So here's most of the text for the Griffon, and that's a Grimlock. So, Griffins make their homes. I've got homes in high places, swooping down with a shrill eagle-like cry to attack their prey. Although both aggressive and territorial, they are also intelligent enough to avoid obviously powerful enemies. You don't even know the song I'm singing.
No.
so what are you're singing backup to a song you don't even know. You're awesome.
Does it sound okay?
No.
Okay.
It sounded awful.
Fuck you.
Kidding.
No,
we
stop
gotta-
moving it, because then I sit down.
We gotta get you so you don't have a
You
place to
zoomed
hide.
it in. I don't know what you did
I didn't
that
zoom
for.
in it.
Yes, it normally gets me like out to here.
Get you. We're gonna get you. They wanted $39.98 for Warp Beat Up Lightning Hopkins LP. Okay. That seems a lot. Did it smell like horse flesh?
Were they griffins?
Were they griffins? They're out to get you. Although I sang that, so it didn't make sense that I read it. They almost always attack horses. However, and any who attempt to protect horses from a hungry griffin often end up on the menu themselves. Ooh, they're getting cutesy. Griffins prefer to pounce on their prey, either diving to the attack or leaping from above. They go on to say they have a pounce attack, and they have a rake attack, And skills, Griffins have a +4 racial bonus to jump checks. Okay, why is it a racial bonus? Why not just give them a +4? I guess if you're playing a Griffin. Training. A Griffin. Training a Griffin as an aerial mount requires a successful handle animal check, DC 21 for a young creature, or DC 28 for an adult.
Congrats, Time Roll. You figured it out.
What? Time roll. They are. They're basically with cat feet. That one's with a big fluffy cat tail.
I needed that.
Yeah, I did. I like that. Yeah. You okay? You broke him. Time.
Mine needed that.
You could have survived. He's broken. But wait. So this is a problem with this book. And actually this is something that 4th edition did really well.
What?
They have a thing, contests, right? Where you I don't remember what they call it, but you like roll like if it's a simple task, you have to actually succeed like 4 times before you fail twice, right?
Okay.
So here they're saying to train a Griffin, you just make 1 animal handling roll. Just 1.
It has to be successful. And how is there a limit?
Well, it's 20. It has to be 28. Well, that's what I was saying. It's like that just seems.
Can I just take 30?
So this challenge that 4th edition brings up, which is cool. It's like they have a setup for it, which I mean, you could do it on your own. You could do this in 5th edition, where it's like you'd make animal handling and a couple or different kind. Yeah, if you fail, it eats you. You could make a couple of other kinds of rolls to cover something. If you could describe it as, I'll make a wisdom save or a check or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make if it's difficult like this, you'd have to make 12 successes before you have 6 failures, which seems cool, right? I mean, you could make them all at once if you want. If you didn't want to play it, role play.
Yeah, but then that one player got upset that the Griffin egg he stole.
Yeah, he really wants an egg. Well, then you fudge it. And you make it a really badly trained Griffin. And he drops you at the first time. And he flips over. That'd be fun, too. If you really want, right? I mean, I told you that. I mean, if it's really why you play, as a DM, you kind of make it happen. But in fairness to everybody else, you can't make him so he's a great trainer.
If you're playing a sleazy salesman that has the Griffin as a mount, just show up and say, "I'm just done to dock this, I'm just gonna keep my Griffin here in the stables."
Right.
And then he
sells
sells everyone else the Griffin eggs because there are no horses. Or the trained Griffins or whatever.
Right, because
there are no more horses he had.
Right, because they ate them all.
Yes. At exorbitant prices.
Oh, you could train him to say, here, you send him to go eat the horses, but you're not with them. Right? You train him, go. He eats the horses. Then he comes into town a day later. Griffin eggs! Get your Griffin eggs! Fledglings! Train yourself a steed! Right?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. It's kind of like the, what's the Dragonheart? Where they crashed and whatever.
And then Charlie goes it's not deep and the lake wasn't deep.
That's a great show. Some people don't like that show. Great dragon show.
I mean, if you looked at the sequels, I could understand.
Yeah, but for D&D gritty, I like Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is cool. That's
that one.
Yeah, isn't that cool? You don't like that one? Is that a yes? That's a no. It's that my dad said he likes the show. I don't want to.
I don't dislike it.
Okay. We should have a way to make this thing switch back and forth so we can go to that. Okay. So continuing the training, the Griffin has to be willing. So as an adult, you have to make a DC 28 save. Griffins mature in about 2 years. Trainers can reduce the DC by 5 and the rearing time by 1/2 by using a magic bridle enchanted for this purpose.
Huh?
I'll say it again. The trainers can reduce the DC, the difficulty class, the challenge, how hard it is, by 5, which is basically a whole segment.
Right.
Okay.
It turns to
Get enough
30 to
sleep?
25.
Do these griffins keeping you up? Or it turns the 21 to a 16. And the rearing time by 1/2. Why would it be half the time to rear it? It's still going to grow the same rate.
No, because you're just messing with its mind.
You could maybe train it fast, but you shouldn't rear it any better. It should grow this anyway. Skipping 1/2. It's magic, nevertheless. By using a magic bridle enchanted for this purpose. So you have to have a bridle enchanted for training griffins. Griffin eggs.
Now, question.
Oh no! Griffins, yes! They were heard! Griffin eggs are worth 3,500 gold pieces apiece on the open market, while young are worth 7,000. They've gone up.
No longer are they a common person's steed.
Professional trainers, or just inflation hit in 3rd edition.
Yeah.
Professional trainers charge 1,500 gold pieces to rear or train a griffin. Riding a trained griffin requires an exotic saddle. A griffin can...
Now here's my question.
Oh, you just have one. This is your question.
Griffins become loyally bonded to their owner.
Yes.
But-
Fiercely.
Fiercely, but
Unless you smell like a
wouldn't
horse.
they bond to the trainer?
Well, you train your own horse, I'd imagine, or your own
Except
griffin.
you pay people to train them for you.
Oh, that's a good point. Boy, the trainer's loved by all griffin. Well,
Until they end up near a horse.
a griffin can fight, well, it doesn't say, while carrying a rider, but the rider cannot also attack unless he or she succeeds at a ride check. See Ride, page 72 in the player's handbook. Which is just going to say, make a roll.
Yeah. Make a roll at
versus
your
your dexterity and your ride skill. And since it's 3rd edition, it'll be plus a whole bunch. Carrying capacity. A light load for a griffin is up to 300 pounds. A medium load, 300 to 600 pounds. And a heavy load, 601 to 900. And that is your 3rd edition Griffon. So, scooching things around and sneezing.
Is
Excuse
it time for the forbidden?
It's time for the forbidden. It's time for the 4th edition.
The forbidden edition.
You know, I actually been reading the 4th edition DMG because I saw somebody said it's a good edition, DMG. There's very little rules, and so there is a lot of just how to play role-playing game tips. So that's if you find one, I mean, I wouldn't go out of way to buy it, but if you found one, it's definitely worth reading. I mean, any DMGs anything that's D&D is worth reading. Let's see, Griffon. G. GN. GO. GR. GRI. GRIFFON. Griffin. Yay!
Okay.
Okay, that probably was not necessary. So that's what. So in like when finally, if
Oh my
I have the
God.
only thing that I'll ever do that might go like viral would be it, right?
Oh my God! Even that voice?
No, not that voice. Would be
Does-
something like that.
Huh?
Strange old man talks about does Griffin cheer. Yeah, let's do. Here's the picture here. 4th edition Griffon. So there is just the bird. Where's this? Oh, hang on. We gotta. This song comes on. This is again my daughter's joke. We gotta take it out of that. There. I'll at least mute it from the stream. That's just awful. Okay, and there's this one. Still the front half, right? That's just an eagle.
Yep.
With the butt. What's that? He's got like a rhino horn. Right?
I don't know. I can tell you though, if we didn't have models, figures for this, for the Griffin,
yeah.
just go to your little, whatever, I guess,
This?
the arts and crafts store is what has it here, but you get the little plastic lion, and you get the little plastic eagle. You melt...
This guy?
Yeah, you get... You
and you stick a lion butt on
him?
him?
You cut the tail off of that, and you cut the lion figure in half, and stick them, and then melt them together. Or glue them together.
That sounds awful. You're gonna destroy things. It sounds like it totally would work.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
It's probably how the first figures for it were
sure
made.
It was. That would how you'd start, right?
It's probably why their
he's blocking
wingspan was
me.
20 feet wide.
25 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in my face now. Oh. That's got country and western stuff on there now. Boo-doo-doo. Doodly doodly doo-doo-doo. Okay, so here we go with 4th edition, right? Griffon. Griffins are fierce, majestic hunters of the air. See, they usually have good descriptions in 4th. They make their nests in remote corners of the world, and sometimes stray into the Feywild. There are many kinds of griffins, all of which have feathered wings, a sharp beak, taloned foreclaws, and the hind quarters of some non-flying beast. Oh. Okay.
Just imagine a griffin running around with a
Human back end? You're saying humans are non-flying beasts. Alright.
If there's any creature in here that's worthy of a beast, it would be human.
Griffin eggs are highly prized, for young griffins can be trained as mounts. These ones don't... They said nothing about what?
Young? Horse?
Horse. They didn't say anything in 4th. So see why 4th edition's hated? They didn't even mention horses. Horses.
Horse
Horse
flesh.
flesh, right. It's true. A character knows the following information with a successful nature check.
Oh, I'm the one that reads that.
Oh. Griffin lore. Let me make my check. Hang on. I can't find anything but counters. Counter 20s. Here's a 20.
You need a 20.
Comes a 20.
No, you don't need a 20. You need a
15. I rolled it. Look at that. On call. 15. That's exactly what I need for what you're going to read, right?
Well, griffins are difficult to tame, but stories tell of elves and eldraine who are magically control griffins and ride them into battle. Hippogriffs, on the other hand, are easily ridden, even in combat. For that reason, they are the most common flying mounts among the civilized races of the world. Why are we talking about hippogriffs? Hippogriffs breed true. Breeding a hippogriff with a horse produces either another hippogriff or a temperamental horse. Hippogriffs are expensive mounts.
What?
So I told you, why are they talking about hippogriffs?
Because it's 4th edition. Let me see. Give me that book. What the hell? Griffin lore.
You read Griffin lore about hippogriffs.
Hippogriffs. Let's look up hippogriff. Let's see if it says something about these guys. Harpy. I remember the harpy. There's no hippogriff in here. Oh, because the griff part is a hippogriff. A hippogriff. Oh, because here, 4th edition. Griffin. Hippogriff. The griff part is griffin. Hippogriff dreadmount. Griffin. Rimfriar griffin. Remember, there's different kinds of
Oh,
So left to right, Griffin, Hippogriff, Rimfire Griffin.
okay, give me that book back.
There you go. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't write 4th edition. And 4th edition will just be the edition that we will not be naming. But it's there. It's a cool table. There's things, but yes, I understand both sides of the
Hippogriffs are
argument.
expensive mounts, so the theft and smuggling of young hippogriffs is a lucrative criminal industry.
Oh, I just broke the wing off one.
Alright, I need you to roll the die again.
Do I need to get a 20?
Perhaps.
Alright, let's see if I can roll a 20. 16. I add 4.
Okay. A griffin's nest typically contains only 1 or 2 eggs. Griffin and hippogriff eggs are worth up to 1,000 gold pieces apiece.
They went down again?
Yeah, they went lower than they were before.
Oh my god, what happened to the market?
Griffins became very...
Because they gave them hippogriffs as well.
Griffins became hippogriffs, and...
It's just wrong.
No, hippogriffs became griffins. And hippogriffs you can breed with horses, apparently, according to Rule 15.
Isn't this door open? There we go.
A griffin's nest typically... Yeah. To prospective buyers who include eccentrics wishing to display the creature in captivity, villains who want a vicious guard, or spellcasters who believe they can train a young griffin using magic. Yeah, they just let Griffin completely just became hippogriffs and griffins, just pretty much the same thing now.
Yeah, they are. Except with different stats.
You need to roll that dice again, though.
What do I need to get?
Something.
Well,
25.
I can't roll a 25. I rolled a 12. I'll have to roll again. 7. 17. How about if I roll a 20, will I get to hear it?
You can roll the 17.
Wait, I'm rolling.
You
It's
can
still
add 7.
rolling. I'm still rolling. Oh, look, a 20.
How much do you add?
5.
Wow, amazing.
Is that enough?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Rimfire griffins are native to the elemental chaos. When did they become a caliber of bullet?
I don't know. That's your joke.
It's
What?
just a joke.
Rimfire griffins. I keep knocking the
Okay,
wings
so
off this poor guy.
they're basically frost. They're
Frost
griffins,
griffins.
but
Yes.
cold.
Frost griffin.
Ice archons ally with them, and Ifrit sometimes capture. I don't know what those are. Sometimes capture them and force them into service.
Who does?
I don't know.
Somebody captures them. Where are we at? Rimfire griffins. Elemental chaos. Archons. Archons. There's their encounter groups. I don't read their encounter groups because that's weird. That's weird.
Be gone with them.
Here's tactics. Griffin tactics. Begin most fights by taking to the air if they're not already there. Using Thunder Charge to swoop down on the foes. After attacking, they fly off and circle around to dive again. Griffins are fearless once bloodied. Fight to the death in brutal frenzy. Bloodied is a 4th edition term for being half damaged. Rimfire ones, they're airborne, flyby attacks. Creature bite siphons heat from the target's body. It has a horn. I don't know. Somebody got the hold of that. Somebody got a hold of that and did things to it. It's an evil wizard. So we will put that underneath.
No, evil wizards train griffins for guards.
Is that what they do?
Yes.
No, they enchant bridles to make it easier to train them. Right?
I think that's that's the 3rd edition. second edition,
G, F,
whichever edition it was.
G. G is before H. Gorgon. Grick. Grick's there every time. There he is. Now he's looking more like that. It's still, if you do this, it's like you forgot the waist. Right? It's your eagle.
Hang on. There's a meme.
Is there a meme like that?
Yeah, but it's I forget if it's it might
It's
be
like
an
a
owl.
tiny. Let's think. Wait. Think about it this way, right? Which is bigger?
Yeah.
Which animal?
Lion.
Lion or the eagle?
Lion.
Okay, look how tiny the lion butt is, right?
It is
I guess
though.
maybe.
It's just it's legs and head with wing.
It is. That's okay. Accept it.
Just because I laugh at it doesn't mean I don't
Okay.
accept it.
Hang on. I need to have a little bit of a. Oh, did I spell that wrong? No. All right.
All hail, king of the losers!
Okay. I don't know why I put that one out. I was actually thinking I should have put out. I played for 2 hours to die like this. Okay, Griffon. What do you want to read any of this? Or are you just done?
Let me see what is there to read.
We've got horse eaters, sky dwellers, trained mounts.
I'll read train mounts.
All right. Griffin stat block. Oh, they're no longer neutral.
What are they?
Unaligned. Since when is neutral different than unaligned? Is neutral now a thing?
I don't think it was.
Neutral is now a thing.
I never read the rules for alignment. Why did
I
need
thought
the rules for
neutral was
alignment?
because you weren't aligned. You were in between. I guess unaligned. They are unaligned. Griffins. Okay, the armor class 12. We had said 13 originally, right? When we converted everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do the stat blocks.
Oh,
in
they
this
were
one.
originally they were like armor class.
They're 3, which we turned into would be 16. So this is way less. And they were 7 hit die monsters, which you give them basically a plus 7 or 8 to attack things. These guys now are 7d10s plus 21. So 59 average. Speed of 30, fly of 80. Strength of 18 strength, 15 dex, 13 con, 2 intelligence, 13 wisdom, 8 charisma. No languages, 450 hit points. What were they in that the second edition? They were like 700 hit points or something? Or experience points?
I didn't look at that.
Keen sight. The Griffin has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. Multi-attack. Attacks. Two attacks. One with its beak and one with its claws.
Yeah, they maintain that though.
Beak is a plus 6.
They maintain 3 attacks though.
Yep.
Which not many things do.
No, 2 attacks.
Oh.
They just turn the claws into one,
Oh.
pluralize it.
Why would you? Why
Well,
do
let's
they do
see.
that?
Maybe they double the damage. They do. The claws are stronger than they used to be.
Yeah, but I'd rather a weaker with more chances to hit.
Well, look at you being that way. You can play yours that way. That's why we read these, so you can have other ideas of how to play your things. The beak is a plus 6 to hit. Does 1d8 plus 4. Which averages 8. Claws are plus 6 to hit. Does an average of 11 damage with its 2d6 plus 4 slashing. So, Griffin. Griffins are ferocious avian carnivores with the muscular bodies of lions and the head, forelegs, and wings of eagles. When they attack, griffins are as swift and deadly as eagles, even as they strike with a lion's savage might and grace.
Grace.
The writing's pretty good.
By the way, you won the battle royale.
I won the battle royale. I'm sorry, I shouldn't win the battle royale, but that makes me. Let's see. Is there? Let me put up the sounds again. Let me redeem one. Redeem. That would be fanfare. Do I have that?
No.
Let's do horn. I win. That was good. Yay me.
Good on you.
Good on me with the horn. Horse eaters. Griffins hunt in small prides, flying high over plains and forests near their rocky cliffside aeries. Aeries. I use that word again. Should have you look it up. I mean, we know what it means.
Give me a second.
We know what it means. We just don't officially know what it means. I mean, it's an aviary, but it's not. Aeries.
Hang on. Let my phone load.
Herd animals and horses.
Okay.
Aeries. Herd animals and horses are the prey they crave above all others, though they also hunt and kill hippogriffs. So they're killing the hippogriffs that they were in last edition, right?
A large nest of a bird of prey, especially an eagle, typically built high in a tree or on a cliff.
It's just their nest. It's the special word for their nest. Excellent. Now we know. Did you hear this, buddy?
I went
Get
from
out.
Latin
Yeah, I
to
know.
Old French to medieval Latin.
Okay, out of there, because that sucks you away. I need you here.
Okay, let me get my chat back open on my phone. But I am here.
Well, because did you hear what it said?
What?
That they now, they like herd animals and horses are the prey they crave above all others, though they hunt and kill hippogriffs.
Yeah, they've always done that.
Well, except the last edition they were hippogriffs.
Yeah, but they also ate them.
In the 4th edition they ate them too.
I think so.
It didn't say they ate them. in the
No,
4th
it didn't
edition.
say that, but
They were hippogriffs in the last.
Yeah.
That was part of what they were.
hippogriffs were a subclass of them, yes.
You read remember you read them as hippogriffs?
Yes, they basically made it as like hippogriffs were the tameable ones.
No, I thought they both were.
Okay, no, hippogriffs were the domesticated ones, and then those were the
That's
tameable
not what they
ones.
said at all.
That's what they
just had-
meant.
No, they had different butts. So they could be any kind of beast and an eagle. So the hippogriffs were like the horse beast, horse halves or something. Something like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
You're just going to say yes.
No, that
Those riding or herding horses dread the griffin's piercing cry, preparing themselves for the bloody fight that inevitably follows. A griffin ignores a horse's rider when possible, and a rider that abandons its mount or a herder that releases one or two horses can escape unharmed while the griffin targets its chosen prey. Riders who attempt to protect their horses attract the full fury of an attacking griffin. So we're back to that again.
Alright.
What's that in front of me? Oh, that's in focus where I'm not. Oh my goodness, I'm being upstaged by my griffins. Slide him out of the way. How dare you? I can't get him out of the way. Focus on me!
Alright.
On me!
Are my walls too elevated for you?
Your walls are too elevated for
Well,
me.
that's the one that says they come in.
Sky dwellers. They are sky dwellers. Griffins again, we're in 5th edition now. We're on the final stretch. Griffins lair in high rocky clifftop areas. Why not just say nests? Building their nests, but there's the same thing. They just said them.
Because that was
the
probably
same word.
Because it's probably in the.
Because it's in the 1st edition,
No.
so they've carried it forward.
No, it. I bet you if you went and Googled Golden Eagle or whatever,
Mhm.
it would show up as they live in these.
I know, but then they say in the next sentence, same sentence,
I
building their
understand
nests.
that.
Building their aeries from sticks, leaves, and bones of their prey. So it went from just an occasional bone to now being bones. It's just included in there.
As all things should be.
Once griffins establish a territory, they remain in the area until the food supply has been exhausted. Aggressive and territorial, griffins engage in brutal aerial combat to defend their areas, tearing and shredding the wings of flying intruders to send them spiraling to the ground. Creatures that climb to a griffin's lair are plucked from the cliffs and eaten, or are knocked from the heights to go tumbling to their deaths.
Really?
Really? Your turn. Up to you. It's all up to you, my boy.
A griffin raised from an egg can be trained to serve as a mount. However,
You don't really raise it from an egg. You raise it from
however, such training is time-consuming, expensive, mostly for the ample food the creature requires, and dangerous. Expert trainers, well versed in Griffin's legendary ferocity, are typically the only ones able to raise these creatures safely. Once trained, a griffin is a fierce and loyal steed. It bonds with one master for life, fighting to the death to protect that rider.
Oops, broke his
A
wings.
griffin mount retains its ravenous appetite for horse flesh, and a wise master ensures that a griffin remains satiated with other prey when passing through civilized lands.
Don't let him be hungry. Is he gonna eat all the damn horses?
Yep.
Alright.
Or just be rich enough to pay for damages.
Yeah, except that I don't want to be paid. I want my horse. You took my means of transportation. That would not
Yes,
be a good
but
thing.
Money.
What?
Yes, but money.
Yeah, money's always good. Alright, well, what did you learn about griffins that you didn't know before?
They really like horse.
That's where you didn't know how much they loved horses. Or they hate horses.
They live in Aries.
They live in Aries. And they can be tamed. And their eggs are going down in value. Where is it in here? Is it in the back? Where was it?
It's not where you. It's not alphabetical. I can tell you. Is it-
Hippogriffs.
No.
Was it near the hippogriffs? They have hippogriffs.
It's in the top
horse.
left.
Okay, that's helpful. Gargoyles. Okay, I'm not gonna find it anymore, am I? We should have marked it. Marked it in my first edition book. It should be. Is it even listed? It's not even listed in the.
Here, hand it to me.
There you go. Top left. Okay, there it is. Griffins. Top left. Yeah, so they don't even describe them as birds and
Nope.
stuff. You're just supposed to know. I thought there's a picture of a griffin in here. This is what's funny. We did dragon turtles, and I didn't know. There's a dragon turtle. Just so you know. Ooh, that's pretty weird. Let's get that off of there.
Camera freeze.
Yeah. It
Interesting.
does that sometimes. There it goes. I'm just gonna flick through here to see if there's a picture we missed. But I don't think so. Well, that was fun. I didn't mind that. I'm definitely. It's something. It's not. It's uncommon, which means it's kind of.
Common.
You should be running into it.
Yeah.
There's one. Look at that.
It's uncommon,
Look at that.
so it should be far more common than it is.
Here you go. First edition, original school rules. Oh, here, let me make the screen bigger. It does have. Here's the first griffin. Oh my god. Well, that's original D&D artwork for you.
With them haunches.
That's its tail. Okay, lion haunches. He's up on his lion haunches. That's okay. I'm not sure what the horns are.
They look. I know they look like ears for me.
Okay. Oh, they're lion ears. Oh, that's good. lion ears on a eagle face, right? That actually is pretty good, right?
Uh-huh. Can't tell what emotion he's trying to
Convey there.
convey there with that eye and eyebrow.
Is that a big eye there? I guess that is. Rawr! You know what? It's squealing. Why would it be squealing?
You're near within 100 yards.
He can
Snap.
smell what?
Horse.
He smells horse flesh. Yeah, I think that's what. All right, so well, that is it for Monster Talk number whatever number this is, the Griffon. Thanks along the way. We had a lot of fun chat with Time Roller and such. Oh,
Rock.
Rock is might even still be here. Always helpful and always fun to talk to. And let me, if you ever get a chance, stop by on Thursdays. If you watch us on VOD, come add your 2 cents to our Monster Talk. But I did have a few follows and things this last week, both when I was live that I didn't have things working, and actually in between. So actually, I had a subscription from Hast, which gets this here. I'm the king of the world.
What made you choose that line?
I don't know. That's fun.
So you've been digging in Iron Man 2's game files without me.
No, that's not Iron Man. That's from Age of Empires, isn't it? Is that?
That's a voice line.
We already had. That's
when
already
you're on the model table because you have to break open the Titanic to pass out of that level.
Oh, that's cool. You know far too much about that. I also had a raid.
Oh,
by the way, here. So this is why you want to raid me. Here. Have you heard my raid yet, Doss?
No.
Oh wait, can't. I have to go online to do it. Hang on. This is awesome.
Oh, is it Raiding Party?
This is my.
Is it Raiding Party from the Age of Empires 2 voice
No,
commands?
no. It's far better than that. Let's see. Is it this? Here we go.
Oh, an air raid siren.
This is why you want to come raid me.
Wow, 870.
870. That'd be pretty fun. No. What? A raid's important. It's a big thing. I think it's good. And we even I've had a donate some resubscriptions. That was cool. And a while back we had a donation, so I'll play that.
Ah, that hits the spot.
That's a choice one.
And here's host. If you host me, you get this.
Shazam!
You don't know what that is. And here's bits. So anyway, make them sounds happen. We've got Discord. We'll be on Sunday as probably 3 p.m. Pacific for my Keep on the Borderlands, which may or may depend. It's kind of an open-ended thing. So I have an established group, but I don't want them to. They kind of got pressured into a weekly thing, and it wasn't necessarily going to be as long as it's running. So I don't want anybody to feel pressured to come in there. But so it also is open, so people that do come can play some of the henchmen as well. So right now we're in the Caves of Chaos. Actually, that they're stuck between the an orc cave and some kobolds. That's cool. You could use that as an instrument. We might be doing some music stuff. Dawson and I like to do that. Play some games, things like that. And actually tonight we're supposed to be playing. We get to play a board game at home, but haven't got my wife to want to stream yet, so we're not streaming it with. But I actually might shoot pictures of that and stuff, Dawson, and make a review for it. Got a YouTube channel that's kind of getting started for for gaming, board gaming, RPG gaming, stuff like that. It's also under Eat Surf. Have a look around, have some fun. And until next time, don't forget to wash your hands.
Don't touch your face.
And don't touch your face. Stay safe. Enjoy.